Yo, what's going on, man? Today we're gonna be talking about something special. I think it's going to be promises, man. Making promises, something that I struggle with all the time, or something I just struggle with all the time. And not necessarily saying like I promise, but just promises in general of like a commitment that you're making to like your fans or something like that, right? So me all the time, I had to learn like not to say everything that I was doing, not to say or mention every single thing that I was doing. Because before I used to actually be that way. I used to, tell people what I would be doing the next 6 months, like it actually mattered. And that would throw me off track because I would feel disappointed and defeated when I wouldn't like accomplish those things. So, just for today, that's exactly what I want to be speaking about. It's like making promises to anybody about anything if it's so far away or if it really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? For those of you guys that don't know me, I go by the name of Jonathan, Motivational J, SqueeK, whatever you want to call me. And I just speak about basically everything and anything there is to do with my life and like just how I feel. And today I just feel like covering promises. Promises, something like even down from relationships, promises is just something that it's tough to do. Like never promise that you're not gonna do something or do something because half the time we don't really keep them shits. We just don't. And promises really do hurt people. It's a sense of disappointment from the person that's supposed to be receiving the word that you gave them, right? So don't give your word if you know for sure that you're not really that type of person. That's just something that I had to realize within myself. I had to stop promising so many people things and commitments and things like that if I knew that me myself I wasn't really gonna, or I would think in my head, like that's when like illusion comes into play. Is like in your head you really do believe that you'll be able to do it, but when the time comes you can't, right? And you tell yourself like, damn, why did I even tell this person this, why did I even tell this person that? And you tend to lose credit, right? As you promise somebody something and you don't kind of pull up, you tend to lose credit with that person because you start being trusted less and less, and that always works for relationships. In relationships, it works in the sense of like you tell this person that you love them, but then you cheat, right? So then it's like that promise was broken, right? The you telling that person that you love them was broken. In a partnership, it's like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna spend your money, and then you do. That promise right there is broken. Um, in business, it's in anything. It's a commitment. And me telling you guys that like I'm gonna make a song and then I'm making it. That would be a promise that I made to you guys. But you know, and before I didn't really look at it like that. I used to look at a promise as an actual, like, I promise you that, this and that. But, as you grow up, you start understanding that it's your word. Your word is the promise. You know what I'm saying? The commitment of saying, I'm going to do this, right? So if I said I'm going to stream, then that is my word. That is the promise that I'm giving to myself, right? Now, if I don't stream, then I'm breaking that promise. So there's just less trust there. So it's the same thing, in any business. If you say that you have a bunch of cheap cars and people come to your lot and you don't have any cheap cars, then it's like, what you said isn't true, so that person probably won't come back again, right? So that what I'm speaking on is basically for everything. It's for relationship, it's for businesses, it's for real life, it's for everything because I deal with it all the time and I've dealt with it in every situation. So I honestly wanted to get you guys involved more in this one because everybody has their own opinions on the promises and what it looks like. Some people actually feel the same way that I felt before with promises, where it was like somebody actually saying like I promise. um I wanna know your guys' input on like what do you feel a promise is, right? So if like, is it something that's that serious to you? Is it something that you really don't care about? Is it something that you're like strong behind? Because for a long time in my life I really wasn't. If I would say something, I would be like, whatever, like I disappoint anyway, so it's like whatever if I don't meet that, you know. But then there's certain people that actually say something and they're there, you know what I'm saying? Like they're strong behind their words. So you know, like what does promises or what does a promise mean to you? You know, like I would actually like to start a conversation around this, because this is something I feel a lot of us could speak about, you know, promises, because it goes many ways. It goes in the way of people don't care. It goes in the way of um people do caring, like that means everything to them. It goes in the sense of people feeling disappointed, people feeling betrayed. There's people that feel betrayed because you don't do something that you promised them you would do, you know. Because I felt that before. And you know, do you feel a sense of anger? Do you feel a sense of happiness because that person is like no longer in your life? Do you feel you know, like what is it that you feel it promises to you, and what does it do to you when it's broken or not met, right? That's what I would like to get to, you know. For me, um I could you know, I could use the example of like relationships. You know, like a relationship, you know, promise that we would be together forever, right? That's one that was clearly broken. Business, again, I could use the money example or the car example, where it's, you know, if you're promising your customer something and you don't like own up or meet that expectation, then you know that promise is broken, and just a little bit of trust is lost. You could always make it up, but I'm just saying a little bit of trust is lost. um Money wise, you know, if you go to jail, right, you have some money just sitting there and you're like, yo, I need you to hold down this money and do this with it, but you come home and that money was not what was done with it, you know. That was a promise that was broken. So you ask yourself, could I put myself in, or could I put that person in that position again, right? So, you know, that's basically, you know, how I look at it. That's basically what a promise is to me. It's like your word, your commitment, and things like that. And just like I said, it's okay if you're not as serious about like a promise as somebody else would be. I just want to know where you're at this point in your life. That's all. Because a couple months ago, I really was just, maybe even a month ago, I would say, you know. But now being more focused on YouTube and things like that, you just kind of understand that you have to be consistent in whatever you do say you have to do. And yeah, you know, it's okay if you decide to change your mind though. If you decide to change your mind on like a video or something like that, then cool, at least explain it. But don't just like leave everybody hanging, is what I'm trying to say. um yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, just your word, you know. How strong are you to your word, basically, is what I'm trying to ask you, you know. Like, are you a soldier? Are you a noodle? I was a noodle once upon, but it's okay if you are. It's alright. We ain't all perfect. As long as we realize that there's something wrong, then we're getting better at it. If you realize that there's something missing up there, then that's step one to fixing it, because you realize that there's something wrong. If you don't realize that there's something wrong, then that's an issue. There's people that don't realize that they have anger problems. That's an issue. If you do realize that you have anger problems, then that's good, because then you at least take the next step of like, okay, I want to go to the hospital and, you know, get some bipolar issues, or you at least own it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you own it and you realize it, then you're at least half normal, because sheesh, there's so many people out there so delusional. But that's it, y'all. Join the discussion, man. Let's speak about it. And yeah, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode for today. We're at episode 15, promises. Yeah, it's just what I wanted to speak about today. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the topic. And yes, as always, man, hit that follow button. Make sure that you guys are following along, man. Make sure you guys are like subscribe. Make sure you guys are alerted every time I put out a video. Make sure you guys are in tune with what I got going on, because I put out a lot of content and I think it's all valuable. I think it's all good conversations to have. I try to waste as little people's time as possible, right? I try to just bring straight value. So yeah, if you enjoy the conversation today, please let me know down below. And as always, y'all, lend a helping hand, y'all. 2 hands is better than 1, but 3 is always gonna be better than none. All right, much love. Appreciate you guys for stopping in again, and hope you guys enjoy the conversation today. All right, that was it though. Much love, man. Take care of yourselves. Hope you make as much money as possible, man. It's nothing but blessings for you guys out there.